And you're live.
And we're back
We are.
with Wednesdays Cooking with Kat and Steph. I'm Kat Ludwig, dietitian.
I am Stephanie Pepper, and I am a speech-language pathologist.
And we are the Dysphagia duo.
We are. And we're back from a couple of weeks.
I was gone for a family memorial service in Washington State, which is about 2,000 miles away.
And she drove back,
My mom and I drove back and didn't make as good a time as I was hoping. So we didn't make it on last Wednesday, so I apologize. But we are getting caught up this week. So, Stephanie, what is it that we do? In just a second. You finish your task first. I'm going to @ everyone so we can catch a few more people here. Howdy, Carol. Okay.
Let me @ everyone.
I did.
Oh, you did it?
Yep.
Okay.
I was trying to do it while you were doing your...
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're a little delayed, which is good.
That's true.
It's okay.
That's true.
So what do?
We
help people, for one.
We cook food.
We cook
And
food.
we prepare it in a way that people with dysphagia can eat it and enjoy it and tolerate it. And hi, Angie.
Hello.
Oh, good, you brought that.
I did. It's clean. I don't know that it's charged, but it's clean.
Well,
So this is what I get for being gone for 2 weeks. We're a little out of the routine, but hi, Linda. It's so nice to see you.
this one is charged.
Beautiful. So we have a little tiny food processor that we use to help alter foods to the correct textures. We have a BlendJet and a Ninja Blast, which we love because they're portable. You can take them to a restaurant. You can take them camping. You can take them to your family picnic or your church potluck.
Yeah.
Take it
Charge them
anywhere.
up and bring it with you.
So we talk about nutrition because nutrition is the most important thing that you can do for yourself and your health. Hey, Suzanne.
Oh my goodness. Long time no see your name.
Love seeing the things you guys are doing too. I'm going to touch base with you soon. I'd love to collaborate and do some things. Anyway, we cook, we talk nutrition, we change the nutritional content of certain foods by adding more foods and taking others away to get specific things out of our diet.
Or in,
yes. We answer people's questions and help them understand their bodies and what's going on with their swallowing disorder. Mm-hmm. Stephanie has more experience as a speech-language pathologist than I think most of the speech-language pathologists I've met over the years put together.
oh wow.
So you're a wealth of knowledge, and I love that you are sharing that. Suzanne says that would be wonderful. Yes. Carol says, you help us understand so much more than our nutritionists do for us. I learn more here than I do at the ALS clinic. Yes.
Wow.
Calories are important, but so is protein and carbs and fiber and fat and all the things. So we do this Facebook training almost every Wednesday. We try to do it every Wednesday, but it doesn't always work out that way.
It just kind of,
Life.
yeah.
We do take holidays off. We take time off for family things that come up. But the other thing that we do that I think is probably my most favorite is we run a membership for people with dysphagia.
It's like a support group.
Yeah, and their caregivers.
Yep.
So we hold events every month. We do a Q&A every month. We dig into what's going on with people on a personal level, on a higher level. We just answer basic dysphagia questions. We answer lots of nutrition questions. We talk about mental health and promoting good, positive self-talk a lot, because I know that's one of the biggest struggles that most people with dysphagia have. This is discouraging.
Yeah. Did you talk about the 4 events?
Not yet.
A month?
I just did Q&A so
We
far.
do 4 events a month.
So what's the second one?
Dysphagia dinner party.
Also super fun.
Super fun. People bring things. It's all virtual too. You don't have to be where we are. All virtual. We have a dinner party and we eat a little bit and we talk about what's going on and we, get a sense for what's going on with you and hopefully we can coach you through some things to get you to a point where you feel more comfortable with the things that you're wanting to try and eat.
And people talk about what they're feeling and what textures are working and what aren't and how we can modify some textures a little bit. So that's really fun. The third event that we do is a masterclass.
Yep.
So we teach about something every month. Sometimes we have guest speakers. Last month we had a physical therapist friend of ours join and talk about healthy movement. And then we also do a recipe club where everybody brings a recipe or 3.
Yes. And then we talk about how to make it dysphagia appropriate.
Yeah. And sometimes we talk about how to make them healthier, but often if it's a dessert, we just like dessert.
Yeah. How do we make it to the consistency and texture that you can tolerate it? Or if it's a dessert, how can we add a little bit of nutrition to it so that it's not that much of a splurge? But everybody deserves to splurge.
Absolutely.
I'm going to put these onions in.
So we are doing a fall recipe today. I'm growing butternut squash, and I had like 12 of them. So this is one of them, or half of one of them that we're using tonight.
So I have IDDSI squash, which is the outside is the same shape as but it's green on the inside.
I saw them a couple weeks ago. They were beautiful.
Yeah, they are beautiful.
So you can use whatever kind of squash in this that you want. You could use sweet potato, and I will go in and post the recipe in the comments at the end.
But we're changing a few things based on what we have. So we don't have everything that's in the recipe.
So it's a turkey butternut squash skillet. We're using chicken because we didn't have ground turkey. And we're not using kale like the recipe calls for. You can use whatever green vegetable you want. Stephanie has a plethora of green beans, so we're using green beans. These green beans are also going to cook up and probably blend a little bit easier than the kale would. But if you blanch the kale and cook it well, it's going to blend fairly well. So when we start cooking, oil in the pan. I don't see any captions. Can you help figure it out, please? We turned them on once upon a time before, and
is it?
I will see what I can do, my friend. Because it took us a little while to figure it out once upon a time before. It's somewhere in the settings.
Okay.
Okay.
While she works on that. So we're sauteing up our onions and garlic.
Yep. Nice and soft, translucent, fragrant.
We are roasting our butternut squash.
Yep.
Squash.
Sure.
Is there something down here we can do?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Jean, we're sorry. We will work on that because we had it fixed at one point, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't see it. So, okay. So onions are going.
Yep. So we're just going to season.
Add some salt and pepper.
Yep. Season in layers. So like she said, she added salt and pepper to the onions. That is because we want to get that first layer with extra flavor coming out. Steph, Linda loves your shirt.
Oh, good. Thank you.
It's a really wonderful, whimsical shirt.
Thank you. I don't wear t-shirts very often, but this is one of my faves.
It's perfect for the season, too.
Yeah, it is.
So after this starts to get a little bit translucent, we're going to add the chicken. And then we'll add the parsley last because we want it to cook and get a little bit soft, but we still want the flavor and the green. And we don't want it to turn too greenish brown.
I may go ahead and put in some of the sage now so that it can
I think
use
that's a
the
good
oils.
idea. Yeah. So we didn't have fresh sage, but she has dried sage. So what she's going to do is crumble it to try to release some of the dried oils that are in the leaves. And once it mixes with the hot oil in the pan, it will help some of that flavor come out. And this is also going to allow it time to soften before we get to the point where we're going to need to blend it, so we don't have little pieces of dried sage in the mixture.
But you can also get powdered sage. If
Yes.
you just be careful and don't use too much, because powdered sage will be very strong.
Yes.
Because there's more of it in the
it
condenses. It's more condensed.
Potent,
It's
yes.
more potent.
Yeah.
Potent.
Okay, so let's go to the group and let's answer some questions from the last 2 weeks. I guess 3 weeks or so. So the last live we did, Stephanie taught us how to make cheater's jambalaya, which turned out incredibly well. It was really good for a dish that usually takes all day. It was fantastic. And I did have it for lunch the next day, and it was just as fantastic.
It was good. I had it for lunch the next day also. I was going to share some, but I didn't.
So this is a great first question, Stephanie.
Okay.
One of our members said, I am supposed to get a video swallow test done. How do they do this sort of thing if we're having problems swallowing to begin with? This is a great question.
Yes.
I'm
I'm
going to
putting the
tag
green
her.
beans in too because they were only blanched.
Okay, so those green beans need more time to soften.
But if you're using, if you're using frozen, you will probably need to put them in early because they were probably only blanched. If you're using canned, which is fine, you probably don't have to add it early. So how are they going to do the swallow study if you're having trouble swallowing? How are we going to see how you're having trouble if we don't watch you try?
Right.
So we've got to watch you try so that we can see what's going on. What muscles are activating, what muscles aren't activating, what's going on with the bolus when it's in your mouth. So it doesn't mean that, they have to see a full swallow. It just means that they need to see what you're doing. Otherwise, they can't diagnose it.
Right.
Or rule out anything.
Right. And I also want to just reinforce that you're in the best possible place, the safest place to have this done, because usually they're done in a hospital. You're surrounded by medical professionals. They all know what to do in case of an emergency. But as Stephanie likes to remind people, this is the best test because they do set you up for success. They sit you up right. They put you in a good position. They watch you very slowly. They tell you exactly what to do. And if you can't do it, they're going to see that. So that's where you start. Okay. I assume the video swallow is modified barium swallow or video fluoroscopy. So there were a couple of other questions in the comments about what kind of test it was.
Yep.
For a video swallow, it's a very specific test. Okay. I think someone posted a picture. Ooh, that's lovely.
Isn't it?
Oh, it smells so good.
So we pre-cooked because we were low on time. We pre-cooked the chopped squash in the microwave in water. We boiled it basically. You can do it on the stovetop, but again, we were running low on time, so we needed to speed it up. And then we drained it, and then we roasted it with a little oil and salt and pepper. And this is getting really hot.
I bet it is. Okay, so Linda, in the comments, put instructions on how to go add captions, it sounds like. Oh, you're fantastic, Linda. Thank you. Hi, Rebecca. What test is this on about? I believe the question was about a video swallow study or a video fluoroscopy, modified barium swallow.
Yes, that's what we think. So this is, we used chicken instead of turkey because that's what we had. We chopped it up. It called for ground. We did just chopped. And this is onion and garlic and my chopped very small green beans. My goal is for this to be level 5 to 6, just cooked. At the cooked level, probably 6 because of the size of the chicken.
The chicken I didn't do as small. If we're gonna do 5, we'll put it in here and we'll blitz it a little bit and get it nice and small.
Yeah, so the goal is level 6 cooked, and then we will show you how to adjust it. So that's this part. We are going to add now some of we'll put the rice because the rice might need to cook more.
Okay. And we did add some water to the rice, so it will add some moisture to that pan too and help steam things a little bit.
That might even be enough.
Okay. Rebecca said, hi, Marcia. Rebecca says, I had one. I also had a barium swallow and meal and fees this year. 3 swallowing tests this year, and I'm now trying to push for a CRT. Okay. Do I know what a CRT is?
I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to. Is that
I'm curious. You'll have to give us some details.
Tell us what the CRT is for.
Okay. So we have a picture here that this post was posted on the 8th, and Stephanie, you did respond to this one.
I did.
So can someone please help me to understand this as shown? Why do I choke on things like rice and grainy foods? Look, we're making rice, so this is great. Cough reflex test, she says.
Oh.
Oh. I like that. Oh. I'm interested to hear what this is.
I've never heard of it.
I'm even more interested to hear
I've truly never heard of a cough reflex test.
She says, but they won't do it because of my swallow tests. Interesting. We'll have to do some research. Okay. So this person... go ahead.
I know that nursing does a basic thing like that, and that's how the speech therapists get referrals in the hospital.
Yeah.
It's about the cough.
Yeah. So this person says, why do I choke on things like rice and grainy foods? My dietitian says I'm a level 4 to 5, 4 because I haven't blended my meats. This makes me look like a liar. So the picture shows multiple previous gastroscopies from 2023 to 2025, normal to D2. Barium swallow May 24th. No evidence of stricture or malignancy in the oropharynx, so the mouth and the throat, right? Or esophagus. Normal esophageal motility noted. That's great. No obvious pathology noted on the limited views of stomach and proximal duodenum. No obvious gastroesophageal reflux during the study. So I do not think this makes you look like a liar at all.
No. I think it gives us good information that it rules things out. Which is great. But that's not what you're looking for.
Right.
I mean, anymore. You've got those answers. So why don't you just read mine?
Okay. Yep, I will read Stephanie's response. So this is a very small snippet of the report. Instrumental examinations such as this are notorious for a limited view of the big picture. It's good to rule things out, which this does seem to do, which is great. But it does not tell you the full story. Rarely does this type of evaluation cover more than just 5 to 6 or maybe 10 bites and sips. It does not tell you what happens to the muscles and the coordination when fatigue sets in during the meal. I'm sorry that you feel like you look like a liar. Kat and I do not see it that way at all. Right. There is likely much more going on with your swallow than what is captured in that exam. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You need some more, you need Stephanie. For, like I said, Stephanie.
So not
sees
everybody, yeah. So
all the
I
time.
mean, I would say go to a speech therapist, find a speech therapist that's willing to look outside of the box. So video swallows are great. They rule things out. They tell us that there's, nothing impeding the swallow. But clearly, if you're having problems, you're having problems, and we need to identify what that is. So if it's not with the muscles or coordination, and sometimes you can't see coordination things on a video. Sometimes you can't see like range of motion things. We can see the muscles moving a range, but it doesn't mean that that's a normal range for you, and it doesn't mean that it feels right.
Right.
And so your brain is trying to interpret what's going on, and if everything is right, why is your brain interpreting it as wrong?
Right.
That's what my goal is to find out, is why does your brain interpret it that way?
Right. And this is what we specialize in. This is why we do what we do with Dysphagia Duo, because all of the healthcare stuff in the world can tell you all this information, but that information does not help you in the here and now. And we want to actually get to the point where we can help you move forward. Okay, so back to our comments. They won't do the cough reflex test for Rebecca. I believe I wouldn't be able to cough if I did aspirate. I feel crumbs and fluids in my throat, and I feel like I aspirate frequently. And Linda says fatigue is a big player for me too. It's a big player for a lot of people, and it can be a scary, rough thing to deal with.
It's a huge issue for most people who are, especially if you're malnourished.
Yep.
Then truly the end of a meal and the end of the day is going to be even worse, potentially even from the beginning of the meal on.
Yeah.
So
we have people who will eat solid foods in the morning and pureed foods in the evening because of that fatigue issue. So it is not uncommon. Okay, so question for the 8 of you that are on. We got goat cheese and feta for our skillet. Which one would you all like us to use in the skillet? I bought both because they both sounded good. So we'll let you guys give us some options here. Stress and fatigue towards dinner, absolutely. Oh,
feta, Linda, great.
beautiful.
Thank you for choosing that.
Nathan would like to know, does PT help with swallowing from a moderate scoliosis perspective?
They can't change your scoliosis, and they're not going to do any swallowing therapy. They may help you with posture. They may help you with other things that could help your swallow. But they're not, unless there's somebody who specializes in that, likely not going to address the swallowing itself.
Right.
They're more likely to address it in terms of your posture.
Right. Makes sense.
Okay, I was showing you guys this because
Right.
does that not look like fall? Can you smell it? Just kidding.
Smell-o-vision is not a thing yet. We're getting there. Rebecca says, do you guys think I should trust my tests though I still have symptoms?
I think that yes, you should trust your test, but I don't think your test saw the big picture. I don't think your test saw everything.
Yeah.
You need someone that will look at other things now. So that's great that all of those things that they ruled out are ruled out. I'm happy to hear that.
Yep.
But there may be other issues that maybe is about the communication from your brain to the swallow. Maybe not the swallow itself.
Right.
It may just be that vagus nerve. There may be some kind of communication with
Right.
the muscles.
Right.
Why does it feel that way? That's where I would go with this, is what's going on.
And we hear people all the time say, I think I'm aspirating, when they are not. And
Right.
and I say that because I've heard people tell Stephanie this, and she watches and listens and feels, and they are not showing any signs of aspiration. And the other thing that we also like to remind people is, just because you aspirate does not mean you're going to get sick.
Correct. Lots of people aspirate
And don't get sick.
and don't get sick for years.
Yeah. Some do, but some don't. And so this is
And I think that it has a lot to do with your body and how your body reacts and how your body fights off things. But it also has to do with the amount of aspiration. If it's trace aspiration every time, then you're probably either coughing it up or it's not enough to change the chemistry in your lungs, or maybe it doesn't even make it that far down.
EOE, mild acid reflux, swallow hypersensitivity, and health anxiety, yes. And the health anxiety is part of what causes you to have those thoughts, and that's not uncommon. So what I would say is don't beat yourself up, for starters. Work on getting that EOE under control, because I think that a lot of people who have swallowing issues because of EOE, if they can get that EOE in remission, their swallowing function improves drastically. So that is my first big thing, is try to find a healthcare provider that is going to work with you on getting that under control. The symptoms feel so real. That's because they are real.
They are real.
You are not stupid, and you are not a burden. And your symptoms are real. What you are feeling is real.
100% real.
If you feel it, something is going on. Now, that doesn't mean that what you're feeling is happening where it's at, right?
Right.
I think I said that.
It also means that what you are feeling may be an interpretation of feeling something. My question is, why are we getting that interpretation? And how can we fix that interpretation? And it can be fixed.
Okay. So
you didn't put the...
I didn't. I'm not going to break these up too much because
that's plenty.
They'll melt a little bit. Okay, so this on its own is a level 6 IDDSI. We're going to do level 5 in the little food processor here.
I think I just put some on the floor.
I dropped a piece of cheese for the puppy too, as cheese tax. I didn't mean to, but
it's all right. I'll get it while I'm down here because I dropped a piece too.
Okay, so I need to a little bit longer with this chicken. It's a little on the thicker side too, so okay. I missed one of the questions up top a little bit. Okay. I see my gastro next week, and he's amazing, and I've been on steroids since November. I'm on one tablet. They may do another endoscopy to check my levels. What kind of steroid? He wants to know. Linda says yummy. Yeah,
it really is yummy.
Budesonide. That one is very, very common for people with EOE.
Wait, hold on. I choked in 2021 on a boiled egg. I went blue, and my partner had to give me the Heimlich maneuver. Wow. So, yes.
Scary. That'll
when you
increase
actually
your anxiety.
choke and need the Heimlich maneuver, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Because airway obstruction is very different from aspiration. Airway obstruction can cause death almost immediately. Aspiration happens over time. So, yes, that is a huge deal, Rebecca. Much different. Choked on a pepper at a Mexican restaurant. So many things, yes. No boiled eggs for you.
Yeah, no. And then, so we have another question in the group from this guy says, my daughter choked on a lolly and now she has a fear of eating any solid food. She's 7 and I'm worried for her.
That's the gut-brain connection going on there.
Yep. And we do want to listen, but at that point, your brain is now overprotecting you too. And it increases that anxiety because it's trying to protect you from dying. Because that's what our brains do to protect us.
So your brain likes homeostasis, meaning that it likes things consistent. So not choking and being able to breathe, that's the consistent that it likes. So If you are doing something that at one time was detrimental to you, you choked, you coughed, you had to have the Heimlich maneuver, then your brain is going to remember that. And some people rely on those old experiences more than others. There's nothing right or wrong about. Cat's back.
I'm back. I'm dropping things.
You want a bigger spoon?
I should have, but I think I'm
You're there.
there.
I do have some.
Broth.
Yeah.
I saw you getting that ready. She's so prepared.
I did it in the middle.
Even before then, my old doctor in the UK kept saying it was health anxiety and it was EOE. They couldn't give a hoot. Well,
I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm sorry.
We
too.
give a hoot.
We do. Gaslighting doesn't help. No, it does not.
And it happens oh so often.
I went to the dentist yesterday and the dental assistant made that comment to me too. Some doctors don't listen. They tell you it's anxiety. And I was like, is this what I do in my business? Right? I have a whole business that addresses this. So remember, when you're blending anything with a starch in it, like rice, you need to add a little more liquid because rice absorbs more liquid and gets thick really fast. The butternut squash is a little starchy also, and so I suspect we're going to need to blend this again.
For someone who needs it very smooth, we will. If you are someone who needs pureed, but you don't need it super smooth, it's just right.
This is a beautiful level.
Yeah, and it'll thicken as it sits. But let's go just a little bit more.
That's tasty. Okay.
Let me stir that in.
Yeah, when the liquid's on the top and it doesn't get to the bottom, it doesn't always work very well. Ditto. Doctor made me feel like I was crazy. Thank goodness for the ENT. So
I like it better like that.
Not surprised that you said that. Often, the pureed one really tastes good. It's really tasty. All those herbs in there.
I like that one better. I took another bite just to make sure. I like the pureed one better.
Luckily, all my tests this year have shown a safe swallow. That's wonderful. And remember, just because they tell you you're normal doesn't mean something's not wrong. There can still be something not right, even if they tell you it's normal.
Yes.
I just hope PT can help with my rib impingement, as I'd like to have it easier on the rib cage. Absolutely, I hope so too. I don't believe my ENT would have missed something. I was left for 2 years with EOE. Good MBS.
Oh.
Yeah, and EOE is
It's
brutal.
Yes. That's beautiful.
Okay.
All we did was add a little bit more of the chicken broth.
Okay. So everybody,
Boiling.
we've got level 6, level 5, level 4. Like Stephanie said, this is going to continue to thicken as it sits because it does have the rice and the butternut squash in it.
Now, if you needed it thin, like drinkable, and not at a level 4, you need a 3 or a 2, you can add more broth. If you add bone broth, it's going to add extra protein.
Yep.
If you add unflavored protein powder to your just regular broth, that will add more protein.
And I would add it when it's a little bit warm so it dissolves a little
Yeah.
bit easier. Yeah. They think it's a mental health aspect. Well, the video that we have on TikTok that has the most views talks directly about this. The anxiety did not cause it, but now that the anxiety is worse, the swallowing is worse because there's more anxiety. And so you're in this cycle that's really hard to get out of. So Liz says, I saw my GI on Monday. He's also saying that my motility is not an issue and what I'm feeling isn't necessarily happening. He's working on calming the nerves with medication. So great.
If that works for you, that's great.
Let's talk about calming the nerves with self-care and nutrition. Anti-inflammatory. So let's talk what's anti-inflammatory in this meal, because if we can get more anti-inflammatory things into your body, and then we'll come back to the gastroparesis versus LPR comment in a second. More anti-inflammatory foods, more whole foods. Stephanie and I were just talking about this in our membership earlier this week. Whole foods, plant-based foods. We've got how many plants in here, right? We've got butternut squash, we've got onion, we've got garlic, there's parsley, there's green beans, there's rice. All of these plant foods are good for your inflammatory systems in your body. They provide nutrients, they provide a calming effect on your GI tract, they have higher nutrient quality, and that is good for your body. The chicken is providing necessary protein that your body needs for strength, for your immune system. So if you are aspirating, you need your immune system to be strong. These other foods in here and these herbs are also going to support your immune system.
And the feta cheese too.
Flavor.
Gives us really good flavor and a little bit of fat.
And fat is good.
We need fat.
Yeah.
So the olive oil that we put in the pan in the beginning and to roast the butternut squash, you need fat. Your body, your brain needs fat.
So Marcia says, just curious, have you thought of having a person with dysphagia come to our live to try the food? We have thought about this. We just have to be careful about who we bring. Yes.
Yes, we have talked a lot about, and we have talked a lot about doing retreats where we invite people to come and be a part of doing this all weekend. So a lot of talk has happened about that, and it's still not out of the question that we wouldn't do some type of dysphagia cooking retreat and invite people from our membership to be a part of that. So if that is something that you might be interested in, being in the membership would probably be, we would need, it would have to come from a smaller group of people. We would want to know you a little bit more because we'd probably do an area where we can have, somewhere where we can have a kitchen. So that's quite possibly an Airbnb or something of the sort. So anyway.
Yep.
Yes.
That's a great question. I've only had protein shakes and never tried pureed food. Can't get it past my brain. Linda?
I wish you could taste this right now because it's so good. I would choose this one over this one any day.
And this is more, if you think of it as soup and not as a pureed food.
It's very, yeah, you could thin it out and make it a little bit soupier. And it
Do you
would
want to
be
try?
soup in my brain.
My mama is here, so we're going to get her opinion on it here in a little bit too. I'll find you a spoon.
Absolutely. Come try them all. Mom,
So,
Becky.
let's go back to the question about what is gastroparesis versus LPR. So,
Yeah.
do you want to come on camera? You have before. So, level 6, or level 7, this could be a regular,
Yep.
right? Level 5, and then pureed. So, gastroparesis is when the stomach does not move and digest food as quickly. So it takes a long time once food is in your stomach to move out of your stomach and into your digestive system. Linda says hi. My mom is an occupational therapist, and she has done lives with us in the past. I know at Christmas last year, not last year.
Year before.
The year before, you did a discussion on sensory and what people are feeling, because that was kind of one of your specialties.
And in April, we did something.
And in April, you did something with our membership, I think. Now I can't remember.
I'm sure it was on interoception.
Yes.
Sensory again.
Sensory, yep. So when we have gastroparesis, the food doesn't go anywhere as quickly as it should. Typically, this is caused by a number of different things. It could be slow motility. It could be nerve damage. It could be high blood sugar from diabetes. It could be a number of other things also. So we don't like to rule anything out. LPR is laryngopharyngeal reflux.
So, which means laryngo meaning larynx, and pharyngeal meaning the pharynx. That reflux can go as high. I've seen reflux go as high as into the nasal cavity. So LPR can get up as high as the nasal cavity. So that would be reflux coming all the way up into your mouth and potentially up to your nasal cavity.
Sometimes called silent reflux.
Any reflux could be silent.
True.
Doesn't have to just
True.
be LPR.
But LPR usually causes some damage up higher, right? So very, very different conditions. Been squeezing my throat to get myself to cough. Interoception is a huge issue for me. Turns out it is for a lot of people, right?
We all have it.
Yeah.
Feel food come up and it never burns. Okay. Well, maybe it didn't make it all the way to your stomach. So if it doesn't go all the way to your stomach, then it's not going to get the acid that makes it burn. So that's the difference between reflux and regurgitation. Regurgitation is just food that may move up and down in the esophagus before it makes it all the way down. So it may not have acid with it yet.
Right. I'm going to go with EOE on this one, Rebecca. Just a
Absolutely could be EOE.
professional.
As long as, so the important thing is to know what triggers your EOE
Yep.
and avoid it.
I think we talked about this 3 weeks ago. Was that
But
those
whatever
trigger foods? Yeah. And even if your trigger food is healthy, that doesn't mean it's healthy for you. So even if one of these foods that we say is anti-inflammatory does not agree with you, then it's not anti-inflammatory for you.
Right. So like onions. A lot of people can't, Cat really doesn't do as well with onions
I
as.
shouldn't eat them.
So you would think that onions would be healthy, but for Cat, not necessarily.
And one of the reasons we didn't do turkey was because I will be in the bathroom for the next 24 hours if I eat turkey.
She can't eat turkey.
It's good for you. It's a nice, healthy, lean protein, and I recommend it to people all the time, just not myself.
Hello from New Zealand.
That's so exciting.
Yes.
Okay, try some of these.
Yeah, start
Mama dear.
with the highest level first.
I mean, start
Th-
there.
that's
Same
that's
stuff.
what this one is. Yep. Blueberry and cranberry are awesome for me. Good.
Good.
Mine's all food. So Rebecca, there's this other thing that happens when your body is inflamed where you react to everything because your body is just so overwhelmed. So we have to cut down on what you're getting in. So a lot of times we'll go to just recommending like chicken and rice and do sort of a very bland diet for 2 weeks and then incorporate foods back in one at a time. What do you think?
Well, that one is really chewy.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Actually, this in that would be really good.
Great
To mix
idea.
them.
Use it like a sauce.
Exactly. We love doing that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do I deal with autistic binges? Oh, that one's harder. You're the expert when it
Ooh,
comes to...
Mama Becky, the right person here.
I know.
So you have to find out what you tolerate first.
Yeah.
And then, gradually adding in maybe a flavor. You don't really want to, I would say autistic tendencies tend to have more problem with textures,
But
although flavors too. So you don't want to do like a texture and a flavor at the same time.
I think he's struggling with overeating at night. So I'm curious, is it a texture thing that
So
you're trying to get?
he may crave the texture, just like some autistic kids crave pressure
Yeah.
on the outside. You may crave that texture with swallowing.
Well, and if you have a tendency to overeat, maybe adding a little bit of fat into your diet or into your food to make you feel fuller. Also, sometimes things like cold will
Suppress. The other thing I recommend is drinking water. Get, how big is your glass?
I don't know.
24 ounces maybe?
Probably.
I would drink 12 ounces of water and then 10 minutes later drink 12 more ounces of water.
before your meal.
Yeah, or before you go to bed, like at a certain time every night, so that your stomach is fuller, so you have less of that urge to eat. Because sometimes I find that people, when they're hungry and they're overeating, it's really because they're thirsty. Okay. How can I explain to my partner that my swallow is objectively normal, but my symptoms are still so strong?
Have your partner watch this video.
Yes.
It absolutely doesn't mean that there's nothing wrong. You can fast forward to this point right now. It doesn't mean that there's nothing wrong. It just means there's nothing wrong that was identified on that kind of test.
And also, everybody is unique.
Yep.
Your doctor hasn't necessarily experienced what you're experiencing, so he really doesn't know.
Right.
Correct.
So, yes, it's like patients who have pain. It's not fair of anyone to tell someone they're not having pain because they're not living it.
Correct.
So, a doctor listens and believes pain. So, a doctor should listen and believe Abraham.
Go. Come on. Thank you.
And should believe and find somebody that's willing, or you can find somebody. We're willing to talk you through this.
Yeah.
Join our membership, and we will talk through a lot of these things. You will have 4 chances a month to meet with us personally as a group. You'll be able to have access to us via group chat. We can talk. I'm happy to talk with you about this. I think it's just amazing. My auntie, however, won't take me back. Oh, yes, he's a big doggy. Yes, sweet Abe.
Sweet Abraham. Yep.
Yeah, he was like, quit talking about it all. I heard there was some on the floor, so let me check this out.
So Nathan said he typically drinks sparkling water because regular water tends to be too thin.
Okay. So I often will use soda or some kind of sparkling liquid during swallowing therapy because that the kind of burny sensation, I'm making that word up, but will kind of force you to swallow a little quicker. So I'm good with that.
It's a sensory thing, right? Because the way it feels.
Yeah. A sensation.
Well, it forces, that sensation forces movement.
Right.
So it like facilitates it.
Facilitate is a good word.
So if you can do that, that's okay. And Linda, sparkling will cause some people reflux. So
Yes, it will.
it's not for everybody. So good question. I don't think we got through too many here because we had some really great questions in the comments.
But
here,
we
so
told
thank you
everyone to
guys.
come and ask questions.
We
so.
did. You listened. I can do milk, iced tea, milkshake. Can't be too thick. That's okay.
Can't do water. That's okay.
Can you do something with flavor in it? Because it sometimes gives a different sensation, and the flavor is talking to your brain also, which is a good thing.
True.
Yeah. Okay. Tea.
Lots of tea.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
We need you hydrated. First
Yep.
and foremost, we need you hydrated.
Yep.
I'm digging this.
And they have those machines that you can put carbon. What is it called?
A soda stream.
The soda stream. So you could take your tea and give it sparkles. If you
Huge
wanted
fan.
to.
I love my soda stream.
But you
Yeah.
miss water.
Yeah. You can get back there.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Ooh. I just got something that was a little bit tart. I think it was the cheese right on the end there.
Yeah. I was trying to get some of the cheese because I found out it's lactose free.
And I don't like it. I don't like goat cheese, but
This is feta. We didn't use the goat cheese.
okay. So it's
Sheep cheese
it's
is
sheep
typically what
cheese.
feta is.
Okay. And it's not one of my favorites, but you can't taste it in there really until
Unless you
you-
get a big piece
Yeah.
in the...
And you can leave it out. I don't
Yeah.
think it needs it. I think it accentuates the flavor, but it doesn't need it. You could just put a little extra salt
True.
at the end and compensate for that cheese that's in there, that salty cheese.
I don't want to drown or aspirate. I think COVID caused a lot of problems. Two separate people, questions, topics. That's okay. Aspiration, one of my biggest fears. It rules my life, especially because I think my body wouldn't be able to fight it. So I don't know that you're aspirating. I don't know that you're not, right?
I don't know. I would just keep an eye on respiratory symptoms. So aspiration would cause respiratory symptoms, bronchitis, recurrent pneumonia, breathing difficulties, being short of breath, not being able to talk a lot because you're short of breath. So just keep an eye out for that. If you're not having any of those kind of changes, don't worry yourself sick about aspiration.
She got told she has complete airway protection, so she is protecting herself.
Good.
So keep telling yourself that.
Can you use Parmesan? Yes, Parmesan you could use.
Absolutely.
There was something here. Oh, I can talk. I get it. I can too. There was something about a straw. A straw can also help a swallow. It can, or it can hurt a swallow.
Depends
so
on.
Do not. That is not an across the board thing. For some people, a straw makes that liquid go too fast, and they can't keep up with it, and it increases their risk of aspiration. So keep that in mind. A straw can help for some people, but not everyone.
Okay.
But that was the fees in June. This year, could something have damaged it? Damaged. Right. Okay, I'm lost. You're being so helpful. Oh, yeah. Rebecca's asking all the questions,
Yep.
all the right questions for sure.
Over salivation can sometimes be anxiety. Yes. The more you think about it, the more you're going to
Yep.
salivate.
so you may be doing some relaxation before your meal.
Oh, I see. So your complete airway protection, you're wondering if, is it in June? Could something have changed it? Likely not. But in your brain's attempt to protect and overprotect and be this helicopter parent, it may be changing the way you react. I don't want to say that. That's not the right way to say it. The way you interpret, the way it is interpreted. So chances are, if you're not having any respiratory symptoms, I would guess that you are probably not aspirating.
Right.
I'm not saying that you're not feeling things.
Right. I recommend telling yourself, I'm not aspirating when you're eating and drinking until you believe it. My son had COVID first time in June, is now having swallowing issues on inhalers, breathing, coughing. Yeah. Yeah. What can be done for lung or chest impingement? That's out of my wheelhouse.
So, yeah, PT. Go to PT.
Right. Go to physical therapy.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Wheezing, but can get prednisone when I have that. So, yeah, so wheezing could be allergies. It could be, if that wheezing doesn't change or if you've had it for a while, I don't know what it comes from. A lot of things can cause wheezing. I'm not saying that you are or not aspirating, but if there's not big changes, I really don't like people worrying about it.
Yeah.
Because then that creates a bigger problem. I know. We need
Good
to
stuff.
keep eating.
Good stuff. Yeah. This is our first fall meal of the year, and I'm really excited about it.
It's really good.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you swallow this steroid? I got some, but can't take the pill. Super annoying. Yes, it is, Nathan. So there's, I would talk to the pharmacist about options for that medication, for that steroid. There may be a liquid steroid that they can switch it to. You can put the pill in applesauce and see if you can swallow it that way. I don't know if it's one that could be crushed and put in applesauce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lots of options.
Yeah. Put it in soup like this
Yeah,
or a
That's
puree.
applesauce.
it is.
It is.
It's very much.
Yep.
I'm having respiratory issues. Whoa, 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 whoa. Which is why I'm concerned about aspiration memories and it didn't show it. Yep, Karen, let's talk about that. I don't want you overly concerned with that.
Yeah.
There may be some other things going on with your respiratory issues.
Can't crush the prednisone.
Can't crush. Okay, so whole pill in applesauce or pudding, and if you can't do that, then ask the pharmacist if they have it in liquid form.
Yep. Pharmacists are an underutilized resource.
Yep.
I should make friends with a pharmacist at work and get them to come on in our membership sometime.
They can do a master class for us.
Yes. I'm going to make friends with somebody.
Okay,
It's
good.
my goal for the next month.
Good
Okay.
idea. Great idea.
Okay. We have about 5 minutes. This was made in less than 30 minutes, by the way.
Yeah.
Maybe the squash took a little bit longer than that, but this is
We started the squash
Yep.
early.
This was a quick meal. So I'm a fan of this.
But the rice was already cooked. The squash was already cooked. The chicken was already cooked.
Yep.
So it was kind of a throw together.
Yeah, but we love throw-togethers. Sometimes they're better than spending all the time and effort.
Bill is a pharmacist.
Brother-in-law, I think.
Oh, thank you. I wonder if his name is Bill.
Nathan, do not apologize for talking so much.
No.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. No, we want you to come on and ask questions and talk about things.
That's why we're here.
My little cousin is a pharmacist. I'll bring her across the pond sometime. Therese, yes.
Yes, please.
Please do. We'll
Master class from a pharmacist. Yeah. Okay, I'll work on it. We'll work on it. I
Yes.
like it.
Yes,
I like
we
it.
can do that.
Okay. All right.
Sounds good. So we're just going to wrap this all up.
Yep. So we'll be back next Wednesday.
Yep.
If anyone has a request on what they would like us to try to cook, please let us know. We will be in the group answering more questions, responding to comments. We, of course, will be here next Wednesday to answer all of your questions live. Our membership just had Dysphagia dinner party this week, so mid next week we will have the master class. So if you're on the fence about joining the membership, we think you should just do it because it's a fantastic supportive group and it's some of the best
We love
people and they are all slowly making progress in their own way, which I absolutely love to see. And I also love to see how they're all different in what they're going through, but they're all supporting each other. It's really lovely.
So Liz brings on the steroid, brings on the swallowing problem. So maybe the steroid is not right for you. Good observation on your part. Go to PT next month. Very good. I just joined and like it.
We love
Linda,
having
we
you,
love
Linda.
having you there. Karen, we love having you there.
Yep. Okay.
We've got a couple of other people on there too that
Yep.
are in the membership. So
Love it.
no pressure.
We enjoy spending time with all of you and getting to support you. So
Yeah.
Okay. All right, everybody. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy the weather. Hopefully it's nice where you are. We're supposed to have a hot weekend, which will be very interesting.
I'm going to Wisconsin for the weekend.
I will be curious to hear how the weather
Family
is.
reunion. Therese, I'm going to
like it.
miss you because we have to go all the way up. Maybe we can have breakfast Sunday morning.
There you go. I like it.
We'll talk through this. Let's yes.
Touch base.
There's Angie. We love you, Angie.
Yep. All right, everybody.
All right, we're gonna go.
Anything you want to add? Thanks for being here.
She
All right.
loves the membership too. She joins us too.
She does.
I can, yeah.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Stay safe out there. Enjoy your food, and you are doing okay.